Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly.
We are continuing the truck build this week and getting, well, hopefully a lot done because we are getting very much closer to our departure day where we have to go. So time is of the essence. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, good morning. It's a new week, hopefully the last week of the build. I've got a lot to do, but we're getting into it. I'm leaning on the water heater, which I'm just getting wired up and getting it ready to be plumbed in. I have shelves in place here, and I am putting the jackeries where they belong and wiring all that up. So that is all going to be ready to be used. So I'm just in the process of doing that. At the same time, this little door back here is, that's the access point for the main power coming in from the truck, which is going to be charging everything. So I've got that. Actually, Kelly had to help me because the space is so tiny, my hands wouldn't fit. Her little hand had to get in there and plug that in because I couldn't get it. But she got it plugged in, and I just cut a little section of the door out to allow that cord to pass through. But yeah, we can still keep that closed and locked so that nothing gets in, no air passes through, that kind of thing. So I'm just painting what I cut out of that, and then we'll be able to finalize that and get things going. I'll then get the water heater back into place, which goes right here. And once it is in place, then I can start doing the plumbing and all that and trying to get things done. The other thing I have to do today is this kitchen brace that goes here. I actually took the old one out because it was too wide. So with the water heater there, and then we're using a jerry can for a gray water tank, and it fits in there, and I've ordered it, and the exact measurements, it was too big with a 2x4 sideways. So I'm gonna have to rebuild it so the 2x4 is not sideways, but kind of split like that. So it's kind of more face on, and that will hopefully give us the space to have the jerry can in there for our gray water. So I've got to rebuild that today, which isn't that big a deal, but I just got to get it done, and then I can move on to other things like the countertop. So yeah, but that's kind of what's on the agenda for today. I got a very late start. I had to take my dad to the dentist. So yeah, I had a very late start. So I'm really kind of under the gun here to get this done. So, but so far we've had success. Okay, so here we are at the end of a long day. It's starting to get dark. The sun's gone down, losing light in here, but we've actually accomplished a lot. Still a lot more to go, but we've accomplished a lot. Let me show you. So the hot water heater is in. Don't mind this pipe. That's going to be for part of the cold in. It's going to go over and around and down. But it's in. It's strapped. I've got that on that side, which is where the strap is located. It's strapped back in there. I've rebuilt this whole frame because I had to turn that piece. Instead of it being flat this way, I turn it flat that way. So I had to turn it 90 degrees in order to be able to fit the jerry can in there. That's coming. So where the heater is now, that's where the jerry can is going to live. That's going to be a gray water jerry can because the sink is going. The sink is going right here, right? So this is where the sink is going, and the gray water can go out and then into the jerry can, and then the jerry can being right there by the doors can make it really easy just to pull out and empty. The other thing we've done is we've installed all the shelves. Jackeries are in place, but for some reason I'm missing the power cord from this one. Okay, that charges it. I've got this one here, which is for this one, and this jackery has its power cord, which is plugged into the main power for the vehicle. So the main power of the vehicle is going to come into this jackery, and then it's going to charge both this jackery and this one. And at the moment, it's all set up to charge this one. I just got to find the cord so I can plug into, so we can charge that one too. Don't know where it is, but we'll find it. We'll find it. But for now, everything else is set up, ready to go. Everything is operational. I've put everything in and tested everything. We still have this plug here, which goes to this little converter here, which converts the 110 to 12 volt, which is what's running the heater, so that there's enough voltage, in particular enough wattage for the heater, which is back here. Okay, so that's all set up, that's running. This 12 volt connection here runs the fan. So that's all set up and tested, and that's working just beautifully. This 12 volt connection here runs the water pump, which is just underneath down here. But I haven't tested it yet because I got no water in the tank. I haven't got any water in the tank because I haven't set that up fully yet because I'm going to get all my plumbing done, including the hot water. And this hose here is actually the inlet hose for fresh water to go into the tank. So that runs all the way back here, back behind that Jackery, and it runs back down there into the tank. But I haven't got that set up yet because I need to get all of my plumbing done. So the plumbing stops here. I've got to run this cold into the hot water tank and the hot coming out, and then I got to run both cold and hot to the sink that's going there, and then got to run both cold and hot over here. And on the back of this is where the outdoor shower is going to be. So I got to run those things. But other than that, yeah, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. And then this is an extension cord that's got one of those 3-prong ends on it, and so it's got 3 different power points in the end of it because we're not drawing huge power. But that's running the lights, and it's also running the fridge, and so it's not drawing huge power. So we can have that both coming out of the one cord, and then that should be fine. And yeah, I think I think we're going well so far, going well indeed. So anyway, that's what I've got today. Tomorrow's another day, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's a cold one out. It's like 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's well below freezing. And so I've got the truck warming up just so it's easier to work in there. In the meantime, I'm going to put a new end on this extension cord. So I cannibalized this extension cord for something the other day. I needed the end bit. And this was actually what I plugged into or hardwired the water heater with. So this is the other end of it, which we need as an extension cord so we can get access and power up onto the kitchen counter. So I'm going to put this on there today. I've got a few other bits and pieces to do inside before I head outside. But yeah, that's on the agenda for this morning, where it's nice and warm inside. Okay, so we are back out. Done a few things here. The power cord is now all plugged in. It is here ready to be put up once we have the countertop in place. I've also done some, just so I can show it to you here, heat sealing right here with some tape and stuff like that, where that's where the vent for the heater comes out, and it gets kind of warm, so I just wanted to kind of prevent any burning sensations. So I put some of that heat tape down there, and yeah, so we are getting back into it. I'm going to do a couple of things, hopefully figure out some plumbing, and we're going to get the I'm going to try and get the kitchen sink out here and see kind of where it goes and make sure everything is right and in place for that, and then we'll try and get the actual bench top kind of maybe cut, and then maybe if I have time and stuff later, I'll actually stain it, but we'll see. But for now, yeah, getting it cut is going to be a big thing. Okay, so we're making some progress, and as you can see, let me just show you here. So we've got the gray water tank in. I've put a bracing bar across here to make that end bit much more stable. I have put a hook on this with a pull line so that Kelly can get in without scraping her fingers again. So I got that done. All the electrical is done, barring one thing, which is finding the power cord for this third Jackery. 2 of them are done. That's all set. Otherwise, everything else is done with that. And I went to go and cut the top for the kitchen, and there wasn't enough plywood left. So I'm going to have to go get another piece. And while I'm there, I'm just going to have them cut it to size. That'll save me the effort. Then I can just shape it as I need to. So that's the plan. I'm about to go and do that. And I made Kelly's right here is where her desktop, I mean, there's little sliders for it to go on, and then that's where her desktop is going to come sliding out. And so I made that desktop as well, and just stained it, so it's in drying at the moment inside where it's warm. And yeah, so, but I'm actually going to drive the truck to Home Depot. Normally when I just do a run, especially for small stuff, I take Kelly's car, but one, I'm getting big stuff, and two, it's warming up a little bit today, and there's all this ice dropping off of it, so I want to try and drop it off out on the road and not in the drive. So anyway, I'm going to be heading out. So when I get back, hopefully I'll have the countertop all done. Okay, so this is the sink here that I'm cutting out. I have measured, trying to take into account everything that I need to. I had the board in there. Kelly helped me to place the sink where she wants it to be. So now I'm going to cut it out, and hopefully it's all correct. But let me move the sink out the way so it doesn't get dirty. And then I'm going to drill holes and cut. But I'm doing that over there in the snow. And I can't really show you that because it's in the snow and just the angles don't work. But I'll show you when I'm done. All right, so there we are. The hole's cut out. The sink is in it. I mean, obviously not fully in it, but just a rough fit, and it seems to be good. So yeah, now it's time to go throw it all back in the truck and see how it does fit perfectly. So here it is. It's in place. Covers a little bit of the window, but oh my goodness, it's nice. It's giving us full features. Excellent. Got all of our stores underneath. It's going to allow me to put the drain coming out of here and everything just fine. It is not, all right. I like it. All right. So now I got to take it and sand it and do all that and get ready to stain it. But yeah, it's good. Okay, so we're making progress. Yeah, we, believe it or not, the kitchen counter is done. It's being stained, but everything is done prior to installation. Now it still might take another day or two for me to get the sink worked out and get all the faucets on and all that kind of plumbing aspect done, but for the most part that's done. But I've got Kelly's desktop right here, which literally just slides out right here like this into place, and then when she's done it'll just slide right back, and then literally the kitchen counter can go right over the top of that, so it's perfectly in there. And yeah, jackeries are in, water heaters in, although we still have to get the I'm waiting for two 90-degree bends to stick in the outside so that they don't push that way, because we need the space obviously for the gray water jerry can there. So I'm waiting for them to arrive. I think they should be arriving tomorrow, hopefully, possibly Thursday. Anyway, so when they arrive I can finish the plumbing aspect of that, and otherwise that's all set, ready to go. I just tested the pump, which is under there. I put a fuse in it and tested it. It's working. So yeah, all systems are go. It's just a matter of whether I'm going to bring them all together in time. We'll get there. And then after that's done, then I get to work on building out the kind of the sitting area and bed platform. But one thing at a time. We'll finish the kitchen first. Well, good morning. It's another cool morning and a lot to do. We're going to try and get the kitchen counter in today. I'm going to try and finalize as much of the plumbing as I can. I'm still waiting for a couple of parts to arrive. They're 90-degree bends to go in the outside of the water heater, but besides that, I think maybe I have everything. So I'm going to try and get stuck into that and get as much done as I can, and then I'm going to start to build the framework for the seating. So yeah, a lot to do, so let's get into it. Okay, so in typical Josh Build style, we're getting somewhere, but there's just a tiny little hiccup in there. So let me show you. So we have the sink and the countertop already installed. That's just some weight there holding it down. And then when I go to put the faucet in, up under here, this let me see here. So this plywood here, right where the faucet goes in, is about 1/4 of an inch too close. So I'm gonna have to Dremel it out, and that way I can put the faucet in, which is just sitting here ready to go. So that's my next task, and then hopefully we are well on our way to getting this sink all finalized. Okay, so it's almost dark. It's getting darker. Just finishing up here. Let me show you what I've done so far. So, sink is in. I've got cold water connected to the sink. Can't do the hot water until I get my plug to fix the hot water heater down there. Okay, once that comes, then I'll be able to do the hot water as well. But for now, cold water is up and done, and I have the gray water all the way plumbed here to the tank. So start to finish, cold water, at least to the sink, is done. And I have done the panel that goes here on the outside. So it's going to go up here and over. I've done that. It's being painted at the moment, and in there I have the outdoor shower, which is going to go here, and then our water fill, which is going to go there, and I have those already done too. So once that's painted, I'll install all that, and then it's just a matter of connecting the final bits of plumbing, and yeah, it's ready to go. But I think it's enough for today, and yeah, we'll do more tomorrow. Well, good morning. Welcome to another cold one this morning. This morning we're going to try and finalize a lot of the plumbing. So the stuff that goes right in this area here. And what I'm doing though is I gotta wait. So the input here, there's a 90-degree elbow that goes there, and the same thing down here. There's a 90-degree elbow. I have them. Well, I have some. They're just bigger than I want. I have more compact ones coming, so I'm gonna wait for them, which means we're not gonna have hot water for our little trip up to Canada. But we'll have water, just not hot water, and that's okay. I'd rather wait the couple of extra days in order to get that done properly. So we're gonna wait for that and have water. So that's on the agenda for this morning, and then today we're also hoping to build the bench seat and the bed that goes with it. So that's all hopefully going to happen today, which is supposed to be a nice day today. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so yeah, let's get it done today. Okay, so I am on my way to what seems to be my favorite store when I'm doing the build, Home Depot. I ran out of elbows for the pecs. I need to get some of them, and there's a few other things I need to get, so just get it all while I'm there. So yeah, always seems to be the way. I bet that if I actually build the truck out in the parking lot of Home Depot, I would save myself days of time from running there and back. Because, you know, it's at this point, it seems to be almost once a day that I'm there, but that's okay. I'll get my stuff, I'll get back, and we'll get stuck into it. Okay, it's coming along. Got all the outside bit done. And I'm starting to work on the framing here. So I've got 2 of the frames in. I am doing the cross pieces now, but the problem I've got is that I've run out of wood. So I've just used the last of my 2x4s. I don't have any more in my supply over there, so I'm gonna have to go and get a few more to finish this off. And then, yeah. And after that, I can finish this out. So I have one more support brace to do here, and I have the internal ones there and here, so I'm gonna need a little bit more, so I'm gonna have to go and get that before I really can continue. And most likely I will need to take the truck to do it, because they're not gonna fit in Kelly's car, I don't think. Well, they might, but anyway, so I'm going to do that and come back and keep going, because the weather's good and I need to capitalize on it. Okay, it's been a lovely day. It's been in the 50s today, which is like, wow. So I took advantage of it, and I got a lot done. Let me show you what I've done. So to start with, you can see here, this is part of the sleeping platform, the bench. So this is the bench. It's going to continue down to here. I didn't, to the outside edge, right along here, but I didn't get this frame done yet, because this is going to be void space, because we have some stuff that's going in here. And then underneath in there is just going to be storage space. And you can see, like, that's solid stuff. Like, it's way over engineered. Like that would literally hold an elephant sitting on it. It's strong. It's all 2x4s. It's all glued and screwed, and yeah. Anyway, because it's not only the bench seat, but it's not going to be the sleeping platform. It's going to have some stuff sitting out, cantilevered off of it. I wanted it to be strong and be a good base, and it certainly is that. yeah, the galley is almost done. I've got a few more bits and pieces to put on. Still waiting for those good 90-degree bends to stick in there. Other than that, I've got the outdoor shower hookup. I'm going to be hooking that up in a second. And yeah, the rest of it's done. So I've got the fresh water hooked in. Matter of fact, I may, because it's such a nice day, fill up the fresh water now while I have a chance before it gets dark, and take care of that. I've got the front face. So on the front of this, so the length of this, there's going to be a slide out, which is going to come out to here, which is going to form part of the bed platform. And I've done the face of it in 3/4 inch ply, so I don't need any other support for it, so it's nice and strong. And I've painted, just put a second coat of paint on it, so that's going to be it there. And that's going to go from this edge to the back edge, and then it'll sit here in the front, and then when we're ready for the bed, it'll let you just slide out, and it'll have plywood attached to it, so it'll slide out, plop on this half of the front half of this framing here, and then it'll come out to here, and then the back half of the frame will have its own plywood on it, and then from the wall all the way over to here will then become the bed frame, or the bed itself. So yeah, got a lot done today. I wish I had more time. The sun's already going down. You can see it's already behind that house. It's going down. We've lost direct sunlight. So I need to get a couple of things done here while I still have daylight. And tomorrow is supposed to rain, so I might get some stuff done tomorrow. I don't know how much, but we'll see what I can do. And otherwise on, I guess it'll be Saturday. Because today's Thursday, so it'll be on Saturday. But it's taking shape. If you can see here, the galley's pretty much done. We don't have any fronts on them yet, but the galley is done. We've got the main part of the seat framing done for there, and everything else is done. The water's all hooked up. I'll fill the water tank, and we'll have water. So yeah, we've come a long way. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it for this week, and obviously we'll get back into it again in the next video.
So I said nothing is always, it always is longer than you expect and more money than you expect. And Josh is working so hard and being so diligent, but I'm just like, oh. But anyway, we appreciate you watching.
Yeah, we do appreciate you watching. We are getting near the end, and hopefully, yeah, maybe one more week of building out stuff, and then we'll be completely done. All the odds and ends and loose ends will be all tidied up, and we'll be on our way. But yeah, thanks for watching this episode, and yeah, we'll see you out there.
See you out there.
Water's being filled. You can see it going down the pipe. You can see it in the tank there filling up. So we're getting water. It's exciting.